Hail and well met friends, Andang here for another episode of the amazing story as we make our way through the brand new expansion of Helm's Deep that actually came to LOTRO.
These are better tidings than I believed possible.
Yes. You return from within on your own power, which tells me your wager was correct, and you will draw breath until tomorrow, at least. Helm listens as you recount what befell within the Golden Hall, and his questioning face is soon aglow with smiles. These are better tidings than I believed possible. You are a friend both new and true to bring me such words. Theoden, my king, you have been brought from the darkness by the wisdom of Gandalf. He is the Stormcrow no longer. White Wizard, friend to Rohan and its people, I rejoice to hear it. King Theoden, restored at last.
I will guide you to Grima's chambers, as the king instructs.
I will guide you to Grima's chambers, as the king instructs. We must remain alert, Andang, for Grima may have left the seeds of some mischief in his chambers. He may still manage to work some evil, and that would be a cruel cut indeed. To know of his treachery, and still succumb to it. Grima's chambers are northeast of the steps that lead to Meduseld. Come, I will show you the way. No, you won't. You're just gonna stay here the whole time, Helm. I know you better. NPC, good for nothing. Oh, great! A 10% run XP boost. I'm so happy. Oh, well, that's actually kind of good. Reputation Accelerator Tome. Alright. And we're in Edoras. I love this city so much. It's just awesome. So awesome, from the books, the movies, everything. Alright, let's see which house is Grima's house here on the map. Dead ahead. Whoa, too fast loaded in. We shall see what there is to see. You have found the entrance to Wormtongue's chambers. Do further treacheries await within? Oh hey Helm, you somehow teleported here. It's great. Let's look at this chest. We're searching the chest. Searching the chest. The chest is tightly locked, and you possess no key for it. Let's see here. They're very bloody markings. A crude map lies on the table, but you cannot discern what it represents. Well, there's a hand and a ring and an X spot. Alright. Let's see about these scattered books. A marked page in one of these books reads, "No mere wit, he." What about the table? The wooden table, yes. This must be the key to it all. Carved into the table is a crude representation of a crying eye. These books detail the geography and history of Rohan, but contain nothing of note right now. Meaning they might later. The chests, of course. These drawers contain linens and fine clothes rumpled, now in disarray. This cabinet stands empty. Did someone get here before you? Oh yes, the chair, the fallen chair. Beneath the chair, you find a golden key. I'm the announcer guy, but even I was surprised by that one. Inside the chest you find items too varied to belong to... Where did it go? Too varied to belong to Grima, including a valuable sword. Very good.
What did you find there?
What did you find there? That is Haringam, the sword of Theoden. It is possible that the king asked Grima to keep the sword safe in his chest, but such safekeeping is no longer necessary. I will return Hengram to its master once I have brought Eomer word of his release. For now, bring these other items to Grima in Meduseld and see what he has to say about them. These items are both too varied and too valuable to be his property. I'll warrant, and his explanation for possessing them should be interesting. Okay. There's a burning village. So pleasant. Alright, let's get moving now. Time to talk to the king. King Theoden. Actually, we're going to talk to Grima, but still just as good. Alright, and another beautiful vista of Rohan there. And you can tell that it's in this part of Rohan because of the mountains off in the distance. That's one thing that's really changed, is the number of mountains that are here. It is truly noticeable. Alright. Let's see what is going on. He's still standing. Really, you're just leaving him like that. The king is right. I mean, yeah, sure, Gandalf might be able to protect him, but you know, Grima, king, closest to him. Everyone is like way far apart. If he made like a diving blow to Theoden, he'd be dead.
Every one of those items was a gift.
What are these things? Why do you show them to me, vile man? You explain that the goods were taken from the chest in his chambers, and demand an explanation. Every one of those items was a gift, Grima hisses. You are a thief! I demand that you return those things to my chambers, and when you return to my presence, you come bearing an apology. I have suffered at the hands of these ingrates, and now my own possessions are paraded before all the court, and my name dragged throughout the slime. These are the thanks I receive for my months of tiresome service to the king. You are a liar, man, and a thief. Your voice drips with poison, and your words all false. I curse thee 3 times over, and beg that some kind heart will defend me from your insults and your slander. Alright, Grima. Get you into a psychiatric ward. I heard that.
Where did you get these items?
Where did you get these items? You say they were found within Grima's chest. I see. Theoden casts a dark look in the direction of his former servant. I will have one memory of my men I will have one of my men restore these items to their proper owners. I am of a mind to send this worm back to his proper owner as well. Would it be mercy, I wonder? On this day, and in sight of his continued crimes, I am more interested in justice than mercy. Fine, I'll accept one of your prizes, Theoden. Gosh. Let's see. Where's the heavy armor? Oh, wow, that is a huge increase over normal. A huge amount of morale, and that has might. That one has more might. I think I'm going to go with the more DPS.
Wait. There is one item you should return yourself, as its owner is here in the hall.
Whoops. There's some lag there. Alright, let's see. That looks pretty terrible. Gotta be honest. Alrighty then. Not gonna wear that. Wait. There is one more item you should return yourself, as its owner is here in the hall. Theoden scowls and hands you a delicate cloth. On a corner of the cloth is embroidered the name of Éowyn. I am not so poor a judge as to think my sister-daughter, Éowyn, intended Grima to have this token of her favor. Return it to her, and she will tell you for whom it was intended. Alright, I'll give you a better voice this time, Éowyn. Are you sure? I think that's proof right there. Oh, you're right.
I remember this token. I gave it to my brother to bring him good fortune in battle.
Éowyn accepts the embroidered token. Embroidered cloth. Excuse me, I'm a terrible announcer, really. I mess up all the time. Embroidered cloth from you with surprise. I remember this token. I gave it to my brother Éomer to bring him good fortune in battle, and he wore it on his reigning through the mark. It must have been taken from him when he was confined to his chambers by my uncle's command. No, the command was my Lord Theoden's, but the words were Grima's. And my brother's confinement was carried out by those men Grima selected. One of them must have taken this token from Éomer and given it to Grima. Had I known this, I would not have allowed it. Bring this token of mine to my brother, and tell him our uncle is restored. He is being confined in his chambers in Edoras, north of Meduseld. Go now, quickly, before... Well, actually, it really won't be too late. There's not really a pressing matter. Go at your own leisure, champion. Alright. This is a pretty cool story, I gotta say. We're already having some resolution things happening, you know, with Grima being overturned and found out for what he is. I kind of wish we had a little bit more time to see him corrupting the king, but I suppose we did have the little prologue beforehand. But, you know, it's a good story. I'm really excited to see where it goes, because we're finally in line with the books. And I have to say, I love that fountain there. That was such a great touch to put that on the side of the area there. Alright. Doing some parkour in Edoras. Alright. Let's see, which house? Which house? Oh. It's back this way, apparently. Here we are. You have found the entrance to Éomer's chambers, where until today he has been imprisoned by the command of the king. Those guards did not look very strong, gotta be honest. He could have broke out of here and just, you know, escaped, probably. Alright, and there's a fine view of the flat plains in Rohan. Very nice. Oh, I love this place, because they have some cool banners in here I remember from the beta, like this one. I believe that is Saruman and Gondorians or Rohirrim. And then there's horses in the background and shows the nice little tower there. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else up here. Alright. Let's talk to Eomer.
Thank you for bringing me these tidings, friend.
Andeng, I am glad to see you are well. Hammer has brought me the news that I am free to leave. But that is not what lightens my heart. The most joyous tidings are that my uncle Theoden has awakened to the fact of his peril, and his treacherous counselor has been dragged to light. Eomer accepts the embroidered cloth from you, and crushes it in one fist. He has taken from... This was taken from me by Forthier, one of Grima's men. I am pleased to have it back, but I would sooner teach Forthier a lesson about respecting the belongings of others. I was treated well enough by the guards outside my chambers, but my inability to do anything for my family or for Rohan was the cruelest fact of my imprisonment. I spent many hours studying the map of Rohan in the room upstairs, trying to develop a strategy for the defense of the kingdom that could not be undone by Saruman. Go, study the map yourself, and see if there is such a strategy I might have missed, for I came up with little of use. You know there's a thing called Helm's Deep, right? Helm's Deep, Eomer. What's that? I've never heard of it before. That's the place you should go defend. It's the strategy that you should employ. I think that's crazy talk. There's no giant fortress that would... Wait, I knew it was a giant fortress. I fell down a few days ago. That's probably why I had no idea where to go. You study the map of Rohan for a time, but few strategies present themselves to you that could stand against the armies of Saruman. Except for Helm's Deep, a place you could go instantaneously and be defended from the harsh nature of Saruman.
Return to my sister and give her my thanks.
Did you find some strategy that could serve us against the armies of Saruman? Sadly, I did not. And I had more time to think on the problem than you had. There is no shame in it. Our strength lies on the open fields, but against such numbers as you say Saruman has assembled, I do not think our strength will suffice. The mark is not as defensible as we need it to be. Return to my sister, and give my thanks and my love. I will see her when I return to the hall with Hannah. Excuse me, Hammer, I can never remember his name. Perhaps we will look at the map once more, and see if there's something we have missed. Like Helm's Deep! Just saying. Seems like a fairly obvious strategy. It's kind of the, you should know you're the star of the expansion entitled Helm's Deep. You should know what's going on, my friend. Alright, so he's not really the star. That's probably Gandalf or Aragorn, or even Gimli's probably a bigger star than he is, really. But, he should still know. He needs to check his script again. Alright. Helm's Deep. I do have to say, it never gets old coming up to this place. I could stay in Edoras a long time and be perfectly happy. We have an urgent message, so we must ride straight in the hall, dismounting all at once in a single motion, fluid and dynamic. Alright. Ah, Eowyn. Did you give him my cloth? Of course I did, Eowyn. Why would I not give him my cloth? Oh, I don't know. I was just making sure. You gave me a terrible voice earlier, and I wanted to make sure it was all fixed now. My brother is free of his cage. I delight to hear that. For soon I too will be free of the cage that binds me. Eowyn's smile brightens her face in the same way as does the sun breaking through the gap in the clouds. My cage is not made of metal or wood, Andang, but it is a cage all the same. In time of peace, it confines me to the Golden Hall and its outbuildings. But when war threatens, when war comes, it cannot hope to withstand the force of our great need. I am a shield maiden, you see, of Rohan, and I shall take my sword and my spear because I'm a friend of Pineleaf to defend this land and its people. My uncle must surely ride now to Isengard to challenge Saruman. Forget Helm's Deep, we must ride to war, and I will not hesitate to take up arms and ride with him. Alright, that's a very war policy there. Somehow, I imagine the other one cloaked in white will have a very different opinion. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of our Helm's Deep playthrough, the 4th one. And I hope you guys are getting really interested in the storyline. It's starting to pick up. Saruman's forces are on their way, I'm sure, right now. And the landscape is being ravaged. And we have to hurry up, come up with a plan to defend these lands. So thank you guys so much. And next time, hopefully, there will be a way to solve this problem. So thank you guys so much. And I'll see you again real soon. PVMP and Dang. Subscribe.